This is the 80s Show on iHeartRadio.
Say ho, ho, say ho, 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 ho. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Say ho, ho, say ho, whoa, ho, whoa. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
So, are you like me? A Grinch of epic proportions when it comes to the joyous freaking Yuletide season? I don't know about you, but historically speaking, I've always harbored a deep and burning resentment toward Christmas music outside the week of Christmas. The moment Thanksgiving is done, the moment you've belched your last turkey belch, the moment you get up from laying on the couch in a tryptophan-induced coma after having suffered the slings and arrows of relatives you secretly despise tromping through your home and treating it like a hotel during Thanksgiving, do you wake up and hear Christmas music on and go, oh, come on! It's not even December yet. What the hell, man? What the hell? If that's how you feel about Christmas and the Christmas season, generally speaking, then that's what you and I have in common. I got in the car this morning, and rather than the station I program or the station I'm on, I quickly flipped over to my favorite station, the jazz station, who were playing a jazz Christmas carol. Oh, shut the hell up. Seriously. I think that's longer than the 7 seconds that we're allowed to play of something that we don't have the license for, so I can't be tormented with that for longer than necessary. And I did really Grinch the hell out. I really did. When I heard this Christmas music, I was like, this is not what I need. This sucks. I don't need a reminder that I've got all this work to do before I can go on any kind of holiday vacation. I don't need the reminder that there's travel plans to arrange. I don't need the reminder that I've got to get gifts for relatives, and I have no idea what the hell it is they like, and I want to get them something nice because they're really nice people, but it's kind of sort of stressful. And if you're like me, this is a sort of inner monologue you have when the Christmas season, the joyous freaking Yuletide season, shoves itself down your throat. But then something interesting happened. Walked into the office and saw a donation bucket for a kid's toy drive. And make no mistake, the crass commercialization of Christmas is something that makes me want to throttle people. I don't know if I'd punch the baby Jesus, but it would push me to punch a baby. It just flies in the face of everything that's good and right as far as I'm concerned. That said, seeing a toy drive bin, and there's lots of those around, but seeing one gave me a quick reminder of something that really hit home during Thanksgiving. As I was suffering through the first world problems of having guests and palpable tension between you and relatives that you haven't seen in a while. There's so many people in this world with so much less than we have, than you have. Look, you're probably listening to this on some sort of interwebby device. That means right off the bat, you've got so much more going for you than so many people on this earth. And when pushed, when asked what my favorite holiday is, I would always say Christmas. I would always say Christmas. I love a lot of the other sort of times that we get off. I love a lot of the other holidays, and I try always to dig in and appreciate the meaning of whatever the holiday is, whether it's Independence Day or Veterans Day or Memorial Day or whatever it is. I always try and scratch the surface and find a place in my heart for the true meaning of whatever the holiday is, while everybody's getting deep, deep discounts and sweet, sweet savings on, I don't know, Korean-made cars from a Hispanic guy dressed in an Uncle Sam costume. I always look for the meaning of the holiday. Why do we get this day off? But Christmas is far and away my favorite holiday. Not because of the tree, not because of the presents, not because of all of the above, but because I can't think of a single day where more of the world comes together in a spirit of goodwill toward all men. And as the crass commercialization of Christmas shoves itself down our throats early in the season, I urge you to keep in your heart the spirit of goodwill toward all men, as opposed to wanting to stab the people that are trying to foist stuffed Santa Clauses that dance to bad music on you at CVS.
In July of 68, we are actually recording in October. I say we, the Led Zeppelin, I'm Robert, are recording in September, right at the end of September, and in October 68. So in between that time, from the end of July, I'm searching for a singer, and I'm looking for Terry Reid. And if you hear any of the Terry Reid stuff, you'll know exactly what way I was sort of going. Unfortunately, by the time he was located, he'd already signed a solo deal, so he was sort of out of the equation. I went to see Robert, and I invited him to come to my house to go through material. And at the time, it was under this sort of cloak of invisibility almost of the New Yardbirds.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more Jimmy Page and all your favorite artists.
iHeartRadio goes one-on-one with Sabu from Capital Cities about how the band's live shows evolved over time.
When it first started, it was very much kind of a rock outfit, and over time we changed it up and made it more electro and electronic influence, and the shows became more and more about having a good time with good songs. Our current show is exciting and fun, but it started off with tiny dive bars in Glendale, California in front of 20 friends. Their encouragement and enthusiasm in those tiny parties was enough for us to keep working at it and making it grow.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more from your favorite artists.
Back once again, the ill behavior, delivering and giving your music a savior. Back once again, it's your boy AD, and can't nobody rock a body better than me. Back once again, the ill behavior, delivering and giving your music a savior. Back once again, it's your boy AD, and can't nobody rock a body better than me. Hey, you, what's that sound? Coming so loud from your radio dial. AD, be getting down when you're rocking the jams. Here I am, going back once again. I'm ruling all city like a king I am. A master plan.
Yep, it's the holiday season, the holiday shopping season, which means it's also the holiday shoplifting season. Professional hair thieves are on the loose. It's true. It's kind of unbelievable. See what I did there? Yeah. We'll discuss professional hair thieves knocking over beauty supply stores. Knocking over beauty supply stores a little later on in the show. Yeah, it's hard-hitting news today. Oof. And then maybe we'll talk also about how legal pot in the U.S. is crippling Mexican cartels. But right now, though, let's check in with super producer to the stars, Barry Funkhauser. A, how are you? B, what's going on in the world?
Things are good, man. Things are good. I can't complain.
How do you feel about the joyous Yuletide season encroaching on your daily life?
I'm a fan of holiday, but what they've done to this one, starting it like a month early, kind of broke it for me.
Yeah. Well, I feel exactly the same way as we discussed, but I think if we try and keep the idea of goodwill toward all men in our hearts and use that as a foil for the crass commercialization of the celebration of the birth of the baby Jesus, which, by the way, didn't really happen this time of year, because if you look at what the shepherds saw in the sky, there wasn't snow on the ground, and it's a whole big thing. It's a conspiracy to move it closer to the pagan holiday that is the winter solstice. If we ignore all of that and just go with the goodwill toward all men thing, I think it can help us get through the next, what's today's date? The 3rd? The 4th?
Yeah,
the 4th.
Something like that.
It can help us get through the next 21 days.
3 weeks! I gotta go shopping.
Did you do any holiday shopping?
I went yesterday out, just, taking notes.
Oh, you do that?
Yeah, I went scoping the scene, and I plan to go, this weekend when I get paid.
You do that whole thing browsing for inspiration?
Yeah. Well, I went on a date night last night with the girlfriend. We saw Guardians of the Galaxy, because they have this discount theater next to my house. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Great movie.
You have one of those next to your house?
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. The only one I know of those in my neighborhood, well, I mean, adjacent to my neighborhood, it's on the corner of murder and rape. It's not in a good it's not in a good part of town. But like, I'm not that guy that needs to, like, I like for movies to die down a little bit before, because I don't want to deal with like not being able to get the seat I want. I'm so jealous that you've got one of those near your house. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It was like they have date night special on Wednesday night, so it was very inexpensive, and movie was
how much
great.
do they? If it's not too personal of a question, how much did they charge?
Check this out: 2 drinks. 2 popcorns, 2 tickets, $10.
Yeah. What?
$10.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Boombastic is what that is.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. A buddy of mine programs this new hip hop station, and it's not really a new hip hop station. It's like a couple of new songs, and then mostly all the best throwbacks, or something like that. But I love his station so much because it's basically all the music from my misspent youth. But you know what I hear on there all the time that I hadn't heard in forever, since like middle school? You want a fantastic, romantic, bombastic lover? Shaggy. Best Shaggy line of all time. And don't you touch on my nose, because I'm Hachum sneeze. I'm a Hachum sneeze. And I've been like, it's so funny because I forgot where I got that line, but I've had horrendous allergies my entire life. And, ever since, I guess, that Shaggy song came out, like whenever the allergy season kicks in, I'm like, I'm a Hachum sneeze. And it's like, and I will, like, having heard Shaggy on the radio for the first time since like the 8th grade recently, I was like, oh my God, that's where it's from. It's amazing how stuff creeps its way into your dialect. Wait, $10? That really is boombastic for popcorns, drinks. And how long do you have to wait for the movie to get there?
Oh man, they have like 6 or 7 movies always. So I think there was like, the Box Trolls were playing there, and like, movies that are like very recently coming out on Blu-ray. Because we came home last night and on TV it was like Guardians of the Galaxy on Blu-ray December 7th. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's $10, dude. It's like $50. $50 is what it costs. God, you can save $40. Like, because, between 2 normal price tickets, 2 popcorns, and 2 sodas, it just is. It's $50. That's what it costs when you go see a movie in a normal theater. And just by being a Johnny-come-lately, you save 40. That's crazy. You save 80% off if you're willing to wait just a couple of months to see Guardians of the Galaxy. And, like, that's tailor-made for me. I wish I lived closer to there because... I don't want to deal with the crowds of seeing movies when they first come out, and then life's so effing busy all the time that it's just, there's so many movies that I've wanted to see in the theater because they just won't translate to, streaming them on Netflix. They're big movies, and then I miss them because they're not in theaters long enough for me to get my punk ass around to seeing it.
I'm sure there's something down there by you. It's probably in like North Park or the corner of Murder and Suit and
Yeah, corner of murder and rape.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. It's not good. Like you have a civilized one close to your house. That's
civilized kind of, because as we were leaving, I was like, these people were in the theater, and they were all people that the unscrupulous characters. If I could just make a blanket statement like that, there was a group gathering outside. On our walk afterward, and it was...
And you question their scruples or lack thereof.
Yes. Are you guys all here waiting for the bus, or am I gonna have to give you some cash? But no, it was good. It was a very fun night. And then we did some window shopping before and after.
So you're hunting for inspiration. I can't do that. Can't wander. Can't meander around the mall. I hate the mall so much. Like, it makes me itchy just to step into a mall. Like, I went to a mall the other day to try and get something for my phone because it was dying and I needed some customer service, and the closest one was inside a mall. Man, I was just like 10 feet past the entrance of the mall before I just got distinctly stabby.
Yeah, see, this theater is right next door to one of those old bookstores. Like an 80-year-old bookstore. So that's where we did the looky-loo shopping, because they have all kinds of cool stuff.
Oh, that is cool then.
My girlfriend's a nerd, and I guess I am too.
Knickknacks and